To 20 minutes with Travis.
Remember, you get to talk after him, so you get the last word, okay?
All right, questions for Travis?
Travis, would you start us out talking about bouncing back from Indiana? I mean, how tough was it to put that game behind you to prepare for this one?
I mean, it was tough because last week it was a struggle offensively. I mean, put enough points like we should have. Basically, we just overthought the game. We thought we were going to come easy to it. This week we got back to the basics and dominated today.
Will you talk a little bit about the role of the running game in this game? I mean, was it by design to run a lot of more or than against Indiana?
Yeah, like Coach touched on, we felt that we had a better chance running the ball because there was a gap sound. So we put that in this week, and it was just my job to make people miss. What I have to do.
When you go into a game and you know the play, what's going to be called for today, when did you feel a comfort zone for yourself and you thought that, our game plan is going to work, I'll be able to run the ball? Did you see that early or late? Or?
It was early. Called the play early, and I happened to break it a little bit, and I felt that if I give them the chance that I'm going for 6, I'm going to break a 50. And it ain't happened, but I still felt low.
When you talk, I'm sorry, Jack. Will you talk a little bit about the offensive lines playing in front of you? It looked like, I mean, you're a coach. It's their job to open the holes and you to make misses in the second level. It looked like they did their job.
Yeah, this whole season they've been doing their job, and it was a big compliment to them to have me in the end zone. So I just praise them because without them, nothing.
This has been 4 games now for you as a starting running back. Are you beginning to feel more comfortable in that role?
I was comfortable since day one.
Okay.
I've been playing football all my life, so it wasn't nothing new.
Okay. But confident too?
Yeah,
Day one?
confident.
Anything else? No, that's good. All right.
There we go.
Questions for DJ?
DJ, would you start and talk about this game coming after Indiana? I mean, we've been talking all week about that game getting your attention, and it looked like if they had Murray State had your attention.
All week our coach has been talking about just getting back to the basics and trying to find an identity. They feel like we haven't been playing, we haven't been playing that good. We've been playing good one half we've taken off. And we just wanted to put both sides of the ball, get both sides of the ball playing good for 4 quarters. And we know if we do that, we can be a really good team.
Will you talk a little bit about what the defensive game plan was for Murray State? I mean, we knew they run it sort of, or pass it like Indiana, but did you guys change much from one week to the next?
No, we didn't change much. We just ran the calls that we've been running since we got a veteran group, so we just been running the basic calls, and they played out the work pretty good against the pass game. They run that. Did nothing special.
Was there a particular point where you guys felt you got your confidence back? I mean, you guys looked a little bruised at Indiana. Was there a point where it came back?
I say usually once that first drive comes and we get a 3 and out, we know it's going to be a good day because we just feeling it. And once we start feeling it, it's hard. It's hard to put points up against us.
How easy did the offense kind of make your job today, though, too, with the way they controlled the ball?
Yeah, the offense had the ball all game. We was only really out there for maybe 15 minutes at the game, so that's a big credit to them. We get us off our feet. We go out there fresh and can make stops instead of being out there tired, dragging. Just make things easier for us.
Also, you guys had some people missing, whether it was Gabe or Josh got hurt. Will you talk about some of the guys that kind of stepped up their play to replace those guys?
Yeah, Justin Ford stepped in for Gabe today, and he did a great job. No drop off. And, knew what he got up there, knew what he was doing, always in the right spot. And the guys in the secondary just have to step up for Josh being out. That's just more depth. We just had to step it up, and we hope to get those players back soon.
Same way, Ted came out of the game early too. He didn't seem to miss anything on the D line in front of you.
Yeah, Colvin came in for him. I mean, the D line rotates a lot anyway, but yeah, Colvin came in for him, and we didn't miss a beat. Colvin, great player.
You good?
I have a question. You guys had 2 goal line stands last week and forced a turnover at the goal line today. What makes your goal line defense so tough?
You get down to that goal line, you just got to bow up and not let them in. That's all I can say. You don't want them to score on you. You got your backs to the wall, you don't want them to score on you.
That play happened early in the game, and I think wasn't it still 6-0 when that happened? Early enough that the game was still in doubt. I mean, will you talk a little bit, was there any confidence build up from that play? I mean.
Oh yeah, that's a huge momentum swing. Defense get a stop in the red zone. That's good as nothing gets better than a turnover in the red zone. Offense think they're gonna go down and score, they're in position, and you make them turn it over. That's just a big momentum swing. Crush to their team.
Good. Guys, Matt Johnson. Matt probably doesn't know yet, but 5th best single game passing percentage in BG history. So 19 for 22. So questions for Matt?
What happened on those 3 then?
I could talk about them. I remember them.
Sure you do. But talk about the other side of it. Good protection, able to move the ball around today. Was that the keys for you?
Yeah, the offensive. I didn't get touched one time today. The offensive line did a great job. Gave me a clean pocket. The receivers did a great job getting open. They read the coverage as well. They knew where they had to be, and they made my job easier because I just had to just play pitch and catch. That's all. And then the running backs did a great job of protection too. Along with Hopgood had a big 3rd and 7 check down. Everybody seemed to be at the right place at the right time. So we just seemed to have all things click into that.
I'm sorry, Matt, I want to ask seriously, when you go and look at the film, is that what you're gonna, those 3 completions, will that be more, or can you kind of set it aside when you're 19 to 22?
No, I mean, the interception obviously is gonna, dampers my mood a little bit, but it was all on me. Chris ran a great route. I just put it behind him. DB stepped right in and picked it, but Coach R didn't lose any faith in me. We still threw the ball. We still pushed the ball down the field. It wasn't like the play calling changed. It's nice to go 19 of 22, but those 3, I kind of went back.
Matt, you had 2 drives in the second quarter, one of 99 and then one of 97 consecutively. What did you see out there that just kind of made it flow?
The offensive line just imposing their will on their defensive line, and Trav and Andre both running well. Probably the first 3 or 4 plays of those drives, we just ran the ball. We just wanted to, get the ball out of our zone. Will Houston as well did a great job. Like we talked about, our goal is to get 2 first downs. But after that, anything we get is a bonus. And when we got some breathing room, then we were able to throw the ball. But yeah, the offensive line pretty much just imposed their will, and we're opening up great holes for the run game.
Can you talk about the running game a little bit? How much it made your life easier?
Yeah, any time those guys are running like that, it opens up so much for the play action. When I threw my touchdown pass on the goal line to Chris, the guy who ended up forcing me to throw the ball was the corner. When we're running the ball as well as we are, everybody's going to go after the play action fakes. There are plenty of times that happened this game. So, when the offensive line is pushing people off the ball and the running backs are running hard, making guys miss, it really opens up the holes down the field.
Will you you talk a little bit about the emotion coming out of the Indiana game? I don't know if you heard Coach early on. His concern was bouncing back from that game, but also taking Murray State seriously. It looked like you guys did both.
Yeah, well, Coach all week was talking about just getting back to BG football, getting back to the basics. And he wanted us to, find who we really were. He wanted us to find an identity. And, we didn't play BG football in the Indiana game. So, all week during practice, we were just getting back to it. And, Lynch said earlier, getting the offense and the defense together for 4 quarters was going to be the key. And we were able to do that. When we're able to put 40 points on the board, or plus 40, and they're able to hold a team to only 7 points, that's a fantastic day no matter who you're playing.
Matt, can you talk about the balance of the receivers today? It seemed like across the board, each receiver was getting open whenever they wanted. Was it something you saw on the defense, or?
It was a little bit of play calling, a little bit of how they were playing. I've got fantastic tools to work with. I have one of the best tight ends in the country, and I have one of the best receiving corps in the country. They were, like I said earlier, they were running their routes perfect, and it made my job easier because I knew exactly where they were going to be, and I knew when they were going to be there. And when they're feeling the rhythm of the game, and they're getting to their spots. Jop made a great play for me on that shoestring catch. We were all just kind of feeling it today, and it felt good to click again. Kind of like we did the first 2 weeks.
Can you talk about Alex Bear and how he just complements you guys and the receivers as well?
Yeah, Bear's he's great in pass protection. He's great in the run game, and obviously he can push the ball down the field. One of the best hands on the team. He's extremely well-rounded. 3rd and shorts, we know we can go to him, get the first down. But today, we were able to run a play-action pass, and he split the safeties. Broke a couple tackles. That's something that Bear can definitely do. He's a playmaker when he gets the ball in his hands.
Matt, you mentioned that it was nice to get it rolling again. Was there a particular point in this game where Indiana gets washed away? And
yeah, during practice, last week, we had to forget about that. But as far as the game goes, I would say probably after our second touchdown, we were up 6-0. We got stopped the first drive, went down, scored. I threw an interception, so it was kind of back and forth. But then after the second touchdown, we really got things moving. Run game, pass game, defense was on point. Come up with a big goal line stand again. That just that gives us confidence. That no matter, I threw a pick, but they still had my back. So I'd probably say after the second touchdown is when we really got comfortable.
Good.